Hi everyone! Tonight we're going to learn about simple and complementary events. This is really the start of probability and the fundamental basics to what we need to do for our probability portion of this unit. If you flip to the next page here, we'll get started with our first vocab. Okay, a simple event is one outcome or collection of outcomes. Okay, when we talk about probability, okay, we're really talking about your chances. Okay, the chance that something is going to happen. Okay, so we start basic and then we'll go from there. The first example asks for the probability of rolling a six-sided die. Okay, the way we notate this, okay, is like this. Okay, P with the parentheses of the event. Okay, the P stands for probability. Okay, they're asking you to find the probability, and what you do is you identify the number of favorable outcomes to the number of possible outcomes. Okay, so if we think about this example, okay, what are the possible outcomes when you roll a die? Okay, what are your possibilities? You could roll a 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5, or a 6. Okay, assuming we're talking about a standard die. From there, we can identify different probabilities. Okay, so find the probability of rolling a 1. Okay, well, what are the chances that you could roll a 1? Okay, well, there's one out of 6 possible numbers. Okay, so when we're asked to find the probability of rolling a 1, we say that our chances are 1 out of a possible 6. Now think about rolling a 2. How many 2s are there? Well, on a standard die, there's only one number 2 out of a possible 6. Okay, so again, probability of rolling a 2 is 1/6. And we can continue. Okay, an even number. Okay, well, what are the even numbers on a die? Okay, we have 2, 4, and 6. So that's 3 numbers out of the 6. So the probability of rolling an even is 3/6 or 1/2. Okay? And then the last one says, find the probability of rolling a prime number. Okay, a prime number, okay, its only factors are 1 and itself. Okay, so the prime numbers, okay, if we look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they are 2, because the only numbers that go into 2 are 2 and 1. 3, because the only numbers that go into 3 are 3 and 1. And 5, because the only numbers that go into 5 are 5 and 1. So there's 3 prime numbers out of 6. So again, our probability is 1/2. Take a minute to finish that, jot down any notes you have, and then flip the page. Okay, on this page, there are 4 questions for you to try. Okay. I want you to pause the video, okay, and then you can come back to me when you're all set. Okay, now that you've tried these on your own, we're going to flip to the next topic. Okay, I'll be checking those 4 questions tomorrow. I'll give you an answer key and we'll talk about the ones that you understand and the ones that you have questions on. Okay, the next part of this lesson is about complementary events. Okay, this is when 2 events in which either one or the other must happen but cannot happen at the same time. Okay, and this is kind of a trick for you. The sum of the probability of an event and its complement is 1 or 100%. Okay, and as we go through these examples, I think that'll make sense. Okay, the first example talks about tossing a coin. Okay, well, when you flip a coin, what are your possible outcomes? Okay, you could flip heads or tails. Okay, those are your only possibilities. The probability of tossing tails is 1 out of 2, or 1/2, okay, or 50%, right? A coin's your classic 50-50 odds, okay? The probability of not flipping tails, okay, and the way we could denote that, okay, when you have a complementary event, a lot of times instead of writing the word not, they'll use this little apostrophe, okay, and that means you are not getting tails. Well, if you're not getting tails, then you must be getting heads. Okay, so the probability of flipping a head is 1 out of 2. Okay, now when you flip a coin, you can flip tails, but there's no way that you can also flip heads at the same time. Okay, and that's what makes it a complementary event. And vice versa, you can flip heads, but you can never flip tails at the same time. Okay, so when we put these together, okay, the probability of tails was 1/2, plus the probability of not tails is 1/2, and when you add those together, you get 1. Okay, or if we're dealing with percents, okay, tails is 50% odds, plus not tails is also 50% odds, and you put those together and you get 100% of your choices. Okay. If we look at the next one, okay, the probability, okay, we have rolling a die. We want the probability of not rolling a 6. Okay, and again, this is the more common notation to have that little apostrophe means not 6. Okay, well, if you're not rolling a 6, what might you be rolling? Okay, well, on a die, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you don't want a 6, then we're looking at those 5 options. Okay, so the probability of not rolling a 6 equals 5 out of 6. Okay, go ahead and finish jotting that down. Write down any questions you have for me. And then again, on the next page, you have 2 examples to try. Okay, I'll be checking these tomorrow. We'll go over all of the questions. Jot down anything you don't understand. Give them all a try. Okay, you don't lose points for wrong answers. You only lose points for not trying. So go ahead and finish those. Bring them in tomorrow and we'll talk. Have a good night.